Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back as we talk about Mr. Gunna. Okay, welcome back to the quick chat. But before we get into the quick chat, I definitely want to send a shout out to my Patreons. Thank you guys so much for joining me over there on Patreon. Okay, if you guys are interested in joining me over on Patreon, where you will get access to my reviews on the Real Housewives of Potomac, Love and Marriage Huntsville, my reaction to both shows, as well as other content, and first dibs on my content, definitely head on over to Patreon and join me over there. I do appreciate all of you guys and thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into Ghana in this particular situation, all right? Because it looks like he may have accepted a plea deal, all right, to keep himself from jail. Now they're saying, or at least to get out. Now they're saying Ghana enters a plea deal in the YSL case to be released from jail, all right? So I'm kind of glad for Ghana. We'll get into the guilty plea. All right, let's go ahead and see what else complex.com is reporting. Okay, they're saying that Gunna is finally home. Gunna's attorney announced on Wednesday that the 29-year-old rapper, whose legal name is Sergio Kitchens, entered into a plea deal in which he received a time served suspended sentence. Okay, the Georgia native has remained behind bars since mid May, shortly after he and other YSL associates were listed in a sweeping RICO indictment. Now, he says, when I became affiliated with YSOL in 2016, I did not consider it a gang, more like a group of people from Metro Atlanta who had common interests and artistic aspirations. This is what Gunna wrote. He says, my focus of YSL was entertainment, rap artists who wrote and performed music that exaggerated and glorified urban life in the black community. While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, and have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. Any way. So, anybody that wants to consider him a snitch or say anything like that, he's not participating in none of it. So don't say nothing to him is what he's letting us know. He goes on to say, I have chosen to end my own RICO case with an Alfred plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL. An Alfred plea in my case is the entry of a guilty plea to the one charge against me, which is in my best interest, while at the same time maintaining my innocence towards the same charge. I love and cherish my association with YSL Music and always will. I look at this as an opportunity to give back to my community and educate young men and women that gangs and violence only lead to destruction, okay? So the story is continuing to be updated, all right? So let's see what else I have learned over here, okay? WSB TV, all right? Let me go ahead and see if I can pull those details up. All right, so they're saying that Gunna was sentenced to 5 years with one served in prison. Okay, y'all know he dang near been there since May, so I guess they're gonna try and count this as a full year. All right, now in addition to that, they're saying the 1 year sentence was commuted to time served. Okay. In addition to, or was it 1 year? Maybe he's been locked up longer, but I feel like it's only been like a few months or something like that. But let's keep going, right? So what they're saying is out of those 5 years, 1 year will count. So that's leaving him with 4 years left. Well, the 4 year remaining balance on his sentence has been suspended and will be subject to special conditions, including 500 hours of community service, okay? So that's where Gunna is. That's where a lot of them want these men to be. They want them to plead guilty. All right. It's kind of like the prosecution gets a little bit of what it is they want, and they make you believe that you get what it is that you want by being able to be a free man and to walk around and do whatever it is that you want to do out here in the streets. I feel like Gunna should have never been locked up. Young Thug, I don't know, but Gunna, I feel like he, I don't think he's a bad kid. Just wrong crowd that he was with. I don't think he should have been locked up. But I will say, honestly, I would have took the deal too. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not, I hate it. They definitely backdoor us, put us in a corner. But if you on these racketeering charges, they about have every bit of plans to lock you completely up and yeah, on the with the trial situation, so he probably would have been found guilty at the trial. So let me go ahead and make myself guilty now and go ahead and get me out. 500 hours of community service, not a problem. I'll probably try and figure out a way to knock all that out in 1 month. Period. Okay. Let me go knock all that out within a month or the first quarter of the year and get it all over with. Let me start now for the holidays, honestly. Let me go. Yes, Your Honor. I want to go ahead and get started for the holidays. Let me go ahead and knock it out, please, so that I can move on with my life. You feel what I'm saying? And he also wanted to be clear that he didn't snitch on nobody or anything like that. It's just a tough situation to be in. I don't think it's gonna be so easy for Young Thug, but I also kind of think if I don't think it's gonna be easy for Young Thug. I think he's gonna be there for a minute. But when it comes to Gunna, I don't know. I don't know. Gunna, I mean, you just never really should have been there at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really hate that for you. Wrong crowd, wrong time. But I can't fault you on taking no guilty plea. And then, like, yeah, I mean, girl, they set you up, baby. The fact that they had you locked down and they wasn't finna let you out by any means until they got a guilty plea from you. Shout out to your attorneys because you must have had some file ones that had some connects that was even willing to negotiate such a deal with you to give you the probation that you ended up getting. In all honesty, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's just where he at. But I'm glad he was being clear, like, hey. I ain't snitching on him. I'm not participating in the process. Don't think I'm a snitch or anything that ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm doing what's for my best interest. And I really like that because a lot of people like to stick to this whole snitching idea. Just because somebody get out, girl, it don't mean that they was snitching on nobody. They got out because they also got a family that need to eat and need to be taken care of because they look to him for support or her for support or whatever the case is. So it don't mean they snitched. They gonna get the police clearly gonna get who they want to get. The detectives gonna get who they want to get anyway because that's just how they is. All right, but when it comes to getting me, no, I know like hell I'm innocent. So let me go and take this Alfred plea. I'm gonna take Alfred, girl. If you got a Ben plea or a Chris or David, I'm gonna take all the pleas because I'm getting up out of here. Period. You're not gonna waste my life away when I could be out here making coin for my family and stuff. But he done got out in a timely fashion when it comes down to Christmas coming up on next week. So good for him. I hate he had to do a guilty plea, but girl, I'm not surprised. Do what you gotta do to get out. But at least he was being clear and he was being honest about not he was being honest about him not snitching and how he's not going to participate in the trial. And I don't blame him. Maybe you could get a little bit of that immunity that they done sat up there and gave Miss Kelsey. Okay, but anyway, girl, that's all that I have. I just wanted to come to y'all with a little bit. Okay, go ahead and join Patreon if you want to get access to exclusive content, all that great jazz. If you happen to see this video over on the YouTube, definitely like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that great jazz. Okay, again, I thank you guys so much for your support. You're welcome to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.